Greetings and salutations, folks. My name's Nick, and welcome back to episode 42, I think, of Dragon Age Inquisition, where we have returned to the deep roads yesterday. We have entered the deeper roads. Now we must plunder the deepest roads, where a titan is shaping the stone, as opposed to a titan shaped out of stone. There's a lot of stone shaping going on in the dwarven sector. But for now, let's inspect this expedition table, because I believe Cullen's expedition should be done. Inquisition hunters have returned with a number of quality Kratal hides ready for sale. Oh, is that a repeatable quest? Okay, that's just a repeatable quest. The problem with the repeatable quest at this particular section of game is it's a little tricky to get to said location. Like, at the very least, with all the other repeatable material gathering operations at Skyhold, they're all at Skyhold. It's not like I need to fast travel to the deep roads and go to a separate table. Although, to be fair, do I need to turn the brightness up on this thing? How high have I had the brightness? Like, I feel as though I can barely see a lot of this. Brightness is already relatively higher up. I guess I'm in the dark. I'm in the deeper roads. People didn't leave torches out. They only have the light of the lyrium veins. But anyway, I was saying, like, at the very least, the operation table is technically more accessible than the one in Skyhold, since it's right next to the fast travel point. Oh, look, an expedition to unlock for another bridge. Okay. Let us return to the Legion of the Dead camp. At the very least, now I'm in a position where I have enough fast travel points that it is a lot more convenient to get around. The Inquisition has identified a location near the entrance to the Bastion of the Pure, where a construction team could build a bridge that grants access to a vantage point from which to scout the area. My scouts will watch all approaches during the bridge's construction and then proceed immediately to the vantage point. We're going to send scouts to scout the area where we're building bridge so that we could send scouts to scout the area. The construction team has completed a bridge in the Bastion of the Pure that will allow Inquisition forces to scout a previously inaccessible vantage point. All right. Back into the deep. I still haven't reached the point where I need all 5 of these Earthshaker weapons to proceed. Nor has the game explained to me why I need 5 Earthshaker weapons to open one door, but I only needed 1 Earthshaker weapon to open the closer door. And also, why did the ancient dwarves built doors that are single use? With keys that are single use? Like, that doesn't seem very good structurally. Huh. There's water. Neat. Also, for a second there, I was holding up on the analog stick, as if that was going to do something. This hand-drawn map is not very trustworthy, I must say. Ooh, a blood-stained ancient gear, and I can actually see it on the floor. I don't see myself going back through the areas to try to find the other gears. I'll have to think about it. Also, how much inventory do I have? 86 out of 90? Ah, son of a... I did not realize my inventory had become so full. I am going to fast travel to Skyhold, go through... Yep. Go through my stuff. Be right back. Alright, it looks like one of the Earth Shakers has replaced themselves, which is fine. I don't think we really need it. Like, I'm sure this game will give you just enough Earth Shakers to get the proper amount of Earth Shaker weapons. But you know, if I end up with extra, that's fine too. Okay, stab, please hit the bad guy. Thank you. All right. Well, at the very least, I now have the appropriate amount of keys to move on forward. For now, though, let's go and return back up these ladders and loot those things that we could not loot simply because we had so much inventory, most of which was already outclassed. When I say most of which, what I really mean is all of it was already outclassed. But I feel like this game has an odd... I've already mentioned this game has quite an odd inventory system a while back, simply because, like, enemies auto-level with you per area most of the time. Not all of the time, but a good amount of the time. But, like, even when I came here to the Deep Roads so many months ago, like, even though the enemies auto-leveled to where we were... Oh. The items did not. We picked up items that were level 20-something, even though the party members and the enemies were all level 12. Like, I would be going around these open areas, open world areas, exploring, fighting bad guys in the world that matched my level. But then I do a quest, and the quest enemies were significantly lower. I mean, I don't need to fight this guy, but I mean, he is blocking the way, so I technically do need to fight this guy. There's no way around it.
One down.
I mean, you don't necessarily need to shout that. Is there another operation? So many operations to do. An Earth Shaker and a Stone Stalker. Everybody, get rid of the Stone Stalker. As he looked... Yep, excellent. Good job, us. All right. Unfortunately, that does mean I'm going to be spending more time fighting the Earth Shaker, but at the very least, fighting him by himself is a lot better than fighting him with somebody else trying to stab me every so often. Hmm. I don't see an entrance to wherever that operation is. And I didn't see another path up there. That seemed to be kind of closed off. Unless... I think I know. Yeah, I think I know now. I think I need to go back up there and, using the vantage point it provides, drop down to lower ledges. And that will eventually lead me to said operation. Like, it looked like a dead end, but... Or I could be horribly wrong. You know, let's save our game, as is our way. I mean, this doesn't look like this doesn't look like another way to access this area. I was almost going to jump down as well. Thank you, ladder, for being present. It's very nice of these revered defender. Metal, was that? Or, I'm gonna have to take a look at possible armors that I could build when I'm done with this, just in case more formulas have shown up that I did not notice. Chronicles of a Forgotten War. The Scaled Ones had set up camp at an intersection in the deep roads. In the center was a golden altar, fashioned in the shape of fire. A chill swept through me. On the tip of each flame hung the corpses of those we'd lost, including Father and Drogue. They'd been drained of blood, leaving only bone wrapped in thin, gray skin. A robed, Scaled One stood before the altar. Its voice was different from the others, softer, almost feminine. It chanted and raised a basin of blood toward the altar. The other Scaled Ones bowed low. The robed Scaled One produced fire from its palm and mouth and ignited the blood. Othin grabbed my forearm and motioned for us to climb down. We returned to the rest of the company, where he relayed what we had witnessed. We would rest for an hour, regain our strength, and strike. The memory of Father's sagging, emptied face kept me awake. The hour passed slowly, but it did pass. Othin led us down the path to the overlook. I readied my axe for the blood and steeled myself for the sight of the altar, but it wasn't there. The camp, Father, and Drogue, the Scaled Ones, all gone. Only the basin remained, charred around the edges. Titan's nail. There's an oddly organic quality to this stone cup, as if it were grown and shed rather than carved. I do not wish to drink from said cup. I will unlock this expedition. Okay, I'm pretty sure I went around that area the back way. in retrospect, let's unlock this expedition, you know, just for completionist's sake. There's no need to do this anymore. The Inquisition has identified a location where a construction team could clear a collapsed tunnel to grant access to an unexplored cave in the Bastion of the Pure. This is false. I have already explored it. I will negotiate with the mining caste of Orzammar. Okay. At the very least, now I know for a fact that I went in the wrong way. But, you know, sometimes that's always neat. When you not necessarily bug your way in, but you find that kind of like alternate path that you were not necessarily expected to take. Or maybe you were. Maybe the designers of the game, although the lyrium veins did seem as though they were placed to try to prevent me from dropping down to the ledge. Like, they were poorly placed, and they did not completely deny me passage. But there does seem as though there was some effort to prevent me from moving on. But as someone who tends to not find secrets, like, I'm impressed that I was able to find the back way into that area before finding the front way. Alright, everybody, who are we going to attack now? The Earthshaker or the... Let's get rid of the weaker ones. Attack the Kratel, I'll attack the other Kratel.
We're both children of the stone. Please, stop!
Sir, do you need to run closer to the ledge? Ah, thank goodness. Oh no, wrong button. And this is kind of an awkward location to be fighting you, but you know, we'll accept it. All right, let us save our game. Now, is there going to be a third gate that requires us to collect...
I hate destroying these weapons.
15 Earthshaker weapons.
We can learn from them. We have no choice. It's the only way through the barriers.
I'm looking at you, the way forward quest marker, and the fact that you're choosing not to update yourself. Oh well, let's press on. Despite the fact that somebody greased up the slip and slide.
Nothing like these dwarves is mentioned anywhere in the memories. If I had been prepared, Ren might still be alive. It's easy to blame ourselves when we lose a friend, Volta.
Yeah, how are you supposed to know there were ancient dwarves with guns?
I didn't consider what else could be down here.
You didn't consider that ancient dwarves with guns would be down here. Ancient dwarves armed with light machine guns. Okay, which path? Okay, that path looks like it's the way forward. Let's backtrack this way, see where it goes. It looks like it's supposed to loop back. Is this another? Oh. Another team. Oh my gosh, why did you fly all the way over there? Why do you hate me? Oh my, okay, what was I saying before about that was a bad position to be fighting in? This is a worse position to be fighting in. I think there was a loop, there was a split in the path that I just didn't notice. And this is just the other split. Or the other path that I could have taken, but did not. I presume. I didn't necessarily see where this path came out from. Ah. We have a bolter, Kretel, shaker, defender, defender. A lot of folk here. I'll go after the Kretel first. I think I'm going to use... that on you. Oh. Convenient. That got rid of the other two enemies. I forget about the fact that using the mark ability actually does get rid of certain level enemies. Certain toughness bad guys. Because one, I tend to use it very, very seldomly. And the times in which I tend to use it tend to be against bigger bosses that aren't going to be instantly killed by it. Let's see, could I have actually jumped up here? Oh, okay, yep. This was just a split in the path, and I don't think I noticed it because I was just focused on moving forward and did not look to the left. Okay. And the split in the path does look like it leads to another split in the path. It has its own side path to explore, though thankfully it does not require me to go back and set up another operation to clear it out. It's just a side path to the side path. Chronicles of a Forgotten War. Our bodies screamed for rest, but Othon pushed forward. Now that he'd seen the enemy, our commander wanted to use the Scaled One's tactics against them, go on the offensive. He left guards with the wounded and led the rest of the company to scout ahead for where the Scaled Ones were hiding. After marching in darkness for days, we finally saw an amber light flickering in the distance. Othon signaled everyone to hold and waved me forward with him. We proceeded slowly, wary of possible guards. Othon nodded toward an overlook. I climbed with bated breath, terrified that the Scaled Ones would hear the echo of my boots scraping against the stone. I felt little relief when we reached the top. I might actually read the whole story here. Although at least now I know why there are extra... Can I... Is because there are additional doors to open. I wish I was able to see the floor. There we go.
Bodies are still warm. Whoever's doing this can't be far.
Is this the anonymous author that has been penning the Chronicles of War? For a second I was wondering who the hell was that, and that was actually just Solus in stealth mode because of the item that he has equipped.
Another shrine.
Oh, hello.
You're behind the...
Oh, and of course he brought the Kratos to life somehow. Or the Kratos weren't dead. Son of... Oh, I leveled up. Fantastic. I figured I should probably leave the arcane horror for last. Simply because it's going to be the one that has the most hit points. These guys tend to take a while to defeat. Especially the ones in these deepest roads. Oh my gosh, you jerk. Stop teleporting away from me. Oh my gosh. It's kind of a pain in the ass to fight. Like, he keeps levitating and then coming down, and then levitating back up and then coming down. I'm going to stay up here and try to just use long-range attacks on him. Okay, looks like he's done. Yeah, that way I could at least come back and explore the area that I found him in. Not that it seems to have much. It's got that and a that. That's not bad for a mage. Sacrificial cup. Those stains don't look like moss wine. Those stains look like blood. That is not as good as... Nope, I'm looking at Malice. That is better than his hat. Alright, now that I've done that, let us proceed to the third and final camping spot. Vestments of the Pure, which I'm now able to make as well. Alright, let's save our game. Can just go straight, alright. Okay, there seem to be a whole bunch of enemies that just appeared on my compass and then disappear. Alright, we're at 11 out of 12. That's... Oh wait, I forgot to level myself up. I don't think I'm actually going for anything at the moment, because I now have that armor penetration. I could do Mark of Death. Let's do Mark of Death. And then I can place this over... that one, because I never really use that one anymore. Oh no! The enemies have revealed themselves.
What?
All right. That wasn't bad, actually. I used the Mark of Death on that guy, did like half damage to it. The Mark of Death did like practically another half damage. Take that! What are you doing, skulking around? Sneaking on my allies. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Excellent. That's not bad. Has a relatively short cooldown. Would probably be really good on those Earth Shaker enemies, but also something to note is that using it pulls me out of stealth, which is not very convenient. And look, another operation. I unlock this operation, Buried Sea Bridge. I claim this view for the Inquisition. The water shimmers a subtle but eerie blue, reminiscent of lyrium. Swimming in it would not be wise. You don't have to tell me that. Also, I'm going to avoid going back for the operation now. I'm going to push on until we get to the camp, and then go back for it. That seems to make the most sense to me right now. Okay, we seem to be under siege. Okay, everybody, why not start attacking? So, if I want to properly use the mark, let's do mark, attack, attack. Like, he still has a lot of... Oh, my. Solus, I think you used a lot of... I guess you used two. 2 health potions, but that's fine because we're about to pick up more. Nope, don't attack the Earthshaker yet. We want to go after this defender. Ah, son of a... That revered defender. Okay, now we can finish off the Earthshaker as quick-like as we can. Who is it? Who is attacking? This guy's attacking him. I was gonna say, like, who's hitting Solus so much that he's constantly taking damage? Ah. I was gonna say, it's been a while since we've had one of these bigger climactic battles in this section. Ah, damn you, using your guns. Okay, can you please stop hitting Solus? Solus, if you could maybe move slightly away, you don't have to stand there and get hit over and over again. I wonder if, does Cassandra, like, it was nice in Dragon Age Origins when you had much more complex, AI instructions. Instructions that you could give to your party. Like, you can be incredibly specific about when your characters did anything. Like, I could specify to my warrior to be like, hey, if Solus was under attack, go save him. Whereas now, like, I only have like 3 instruction types to give. Like, I could, in Dragon Age Origins, I could do like a whole line-by-line setting. Until I was satisfied with the results. Sheesh. This is quite the number of bad guys. But that's what this DLC seems to have a lot of. It has a lot of sequences where you're fighting against a ton of bad guys. Like, it really focuses on your own capacity for attrition. Who's attacking Sarah now? No. No, hit. Okay, that did hit, apparently. All right. Where's this guy over here? No, I wanted to press the jump button, not the loot button. Am I supposed to destroy the barriers to make the way forward first? Like, is it actually an infinite supply of bad guys? That I'm not entirely sure about. I'm hoping it isn't. Oh, another Earthshaker. Alright, let's protect Solus from getting smashed. There we go. That was a pretty good use of the mark on the Earthshaker. Am I going to have to loot all of these folks? Oh, that's an Earthshaker up there. Let's go after the Bolter, because he'll be faster to kill. All right. This might be the last one. All right. Nope, one more. Oh my gosh. Just look at all of the loot. Why are you fighting at the edge? See, that's what happens when you fight at the edge of a cliff. All right, I'm just going to destroy this barrier. Alright, now let's help out defeat this last. Last Earthshaker. I'm going to loot all of the loot that's on the floor. 1 second. Alright. We have looted the loot. Let us proceed into the unknown. Unlock the last camp. Go back. Pay for the operation. 75% faster movement speed when in stealth. Let's see if this is better than what I'm wearing. It is, in fact, better than what I'm wearing. And it looks like I'm actually wearing armor of some sort instead of paint. Fantastic.
The attacks are getting worse.
We must be getting close to whatever they're protecting.
It's interesting how we just materialized in our camp.
All others will be punished. Assuming the Shabratal are the pure,
We're the others who aren't allowed to pass.
could the earthquakes be the punishment?
You found Paragon Garar's book near a damaged lyrium mine. And the new earthquakes destroyed your mine.
But why would they want to destroy the lyrium mines?
I wonder what makes the warriors pure.
They do wear sealed armor to protect themselves from impurities?
If the tremors are deliberate, it could be disastrous for Orzamar's lyrium mines.
The Shabratal were dwarves once. Something turned them against us. This reads like a final warning. We must be nearing the source.
In the deepest roads. Oh, that didn't even count as rest. Now we have rested. Fantastic. All right, let us... Before we move on to the final battle of the deepest roads, let us go back to the operations table probably one last time. Scouts report an increase in Shabratal activity in the region if allowed to continue unchecked. They could present a threat to the Inquisition's interests. Armed patrols could be sent out to keep them from taking over the area completely. Cullen's got it. The Inquisition has identified a location near the buried sea in the Bastion of the Pure that is ripe for exploration. A construction team could build a bridge that grants access to a rocky spire standing out in the water. Why? Why would we decide, you know, that rocky spire over there? The construction team has built a bridge that grants access to a rocky spire standing out in the buried sea on the bottom level of the Bastion of the Pure. I guess let's go and find out why we're building bridges out to rocky spires. Maybe that rocky spire was accessible at some point, worn down over time. We want to turn around and save our game, as is our way. Ah, I see it now. It actually does look like there's something, and maybe it was connected at some point or another. And after a while, the chaotic sea and its waves wore down the rock, shaping the stone itself. Until the spire was no longer accessible. Or maybe it's just a spire. Who knows? Nope, it's just a spire, but somebody put stuff there for some reason. Including a mug, a cup of cobalt, a blue substance is caked on the bottom. Cullen might know what it is. The Kingfisher's staff. Is that a weapon? Ooh. That might be better armor for Cassandra. And it is. And it looks cool. But it doesn't have all of these fancy bonuses. I kind of like all of the fancy bonuses this thing has. Alright, I'm not gonna give that to Cassandra. I'm sure I can give that to either Blackwall or Iron Bull, who, despite not participating in any of the action, I still keep them up to date with decent weapons and armor, just in case. I highly doubt I don't remember if this game has a point where, like, you're forced to use every member of your party. I want to say, like, Dragon Age 1 had one of those sequences where, like, you had to play everyone in your party. So you ended up getting stuck with people who you didn't bother equipping at all. But I figure, waste not. Might as well keep the good stuff in the group. But that done, there wasn't really much to that, I suppose. Let us save our game and continue on to the end. To the Titan that waits in the center of it all.
Did the Shabratal build all this?
Huh.
Or was it here before them?
I claim this vista for the Inquisition! Oh, there's no story for this one. Also? Very nice. Oh my gosh, Solus. Oh geez. Trying to appreciate a view here. Which is an interesting implication of, like, a previous civilization long gone. Is it related to the dwarves that have gone mad? Did they live here? Were they corrupted by something? Like, Dragon Age Inquisition has some really good stuff in it, but it's also bloated as all hell. Like, it would be nice to experience this content without having to experience all of the bloat.
Nothing should surprise me anymore. But this... Wait, the rhythm we followed. We've found the source.
That looks like a
Not
heart.
The Titan.
Ever since we came down here, the deep roads have felt different, organic.
Because we've been inside the
We've been looking
Titan.
for the Titan the wrong way. It isn't like us.
It's huge, big enough to change the world around it.
Because we're the Titan. Because we're inside it.
Oh my, that camera was expecting my character to be taller. And that is its heart.
If I don't survive, Orzammar must know the truth.
I won't fall while Corypheus is still a threat.
Nope, I've been knocked down. Is somebody hitting Solus? Alright, so there probably isn't going to be like a main boss of this area, if I had to guess. There's probably a choice you have to make.
Those structures. Could there be a whole civilization in here?
A city within a titan. Incredible.
And the quakes haven't damaged it.
So that's why the quakes... Like, does the Titan even have an outer shell per se? Or is it just embedded within the rock? There is no separation between... Like, you look at a human being, and there's the skin on the outside. There's a clear separation to where the human being ends and the rest of the world begins. Is there such a separation for the Titan? Ah. A waste of the mark. Because I got knocked down. Sarah, who's hitting you? Where are you, Sarah? Why are you that far in? Back up. Like, do I really need to loot all of this? Like, it's mostly just gold, and it's not really like I use gold for anything in this game, except for buying inspiration to increase my Inquisition perks. Alright, but we're making our way closer still. There's a couple more bridges left for us to cross. Attack that one over there. Very rude of you, sir, for attacking me. The leader of this party. Okay, but we're still at 12 out of 12 potions, so we're doing all right.
Aren't they afraid to die?
Perhaps they're the Titan's Legion of the Dead.
Don't say that.
Or they're closer to, like, the Titan's immune cells. They don't actually have lives or personalities per se. They only exist to protect the heart, the organs. Okay, this is a nice group.
I don't want to hurt you!
Yeah, this seemed like the good group to do this with. There we go. Yeah, the mark is pretty good. I'm gonna have to look and see if I can... Like, there's one for bonus damage and there's one for extended time. And I forget exactly how much time the mark gives me. Nope. It looks like I need a Earthshaker weapon to keep going soon. But also it does not seem like I'm picking up any more Earthshaker weapons at all. And also it looks like everybody else leveled up. So let us pass up some levels. And then Cassandra, sure, have an upgraded version of that. And then Solus. Let's cap off the Frost Tree. Oh no, this is already broken. That's the problem when you have one-use doors with one-use keys. You can't really lock everything up completely. Thank you, game. Although now I'm expecting a large fight around the corner. I'm worried it's just going to be a never-ending fight against way too many bad guys. The way that this DLC has been.
These are the only memories in this area. That phrase is the path of purity. And there's a reference to Titan's blood. It says the Shabratal come here to drink it.
Blood flows through the veins.
The Titan's blood must keep the Shabratal alive and powerful.
But where is it? Unless... Lyrium. The Titan's blood is lyrium.
Oh. Is this the source of all lyrium? Or is this the source of all lyrium accessible to Orzammar? Has Orzammar been mining an actual organism all these years? And by destroying this, it'll destroy Orzammar's supply. And that's why the Shapewright hid it.
Every nation on the surface buys lyrium. Orzammar's entire economy is based on the trade.
This is bigger than any one nation. We have to stop this!
Yeah. But I still expect, like, the fact that the Titan is not an actual Titan, but actually just like a rock. That's how you have to say it, like Sean Connery in the movie. Like, that's why I'm expecting this just to be wave after wave of bad guy. But how do we destroy it? This rock. Never mind. The Titan is in fact a boss that is a giant. Okay. Mystery revealed. All right. Okay, why are you standing so close to the flailing tentacles? Stop standing so close to the flailing tentacles, you stupid morons. Nope, now I'm dead. That was fast. I was standing too close to the flailing tentacles. Okay, let's heal up. Yep. Okay, that got rid of that one. Does it bring its tentacles back to life? Okay, let's hit... Oh my gosh, are you... No, you're not. Good. Hit him with the mark. Stealth. Do that. Do that. There we go. Already down to 2 out of 5. Great. Oh my gosh. Sir, can you stop knocking me over again and again? Making so many... Oh my gosh. What are you even marking for death? Okay, Solus, don't stand directly in front. Solus, What did I tell you? Oh my gosh. Alright, look. Oh. So many few places to stand. Oh my gosh. And we're already out of health. How far? Okay, I think I've actually almost done this. Let's move away. Ah. No. Thank you. All right, let's pick Sarah up. Whew. Think we actually did it. That was a painful fight. You okay there?
Volta, are you hurt?
Too loud. The song. Stop! It's all right.
It looked like you were hit by raw lyrium during the battle.
Yes, it should have poisoned me, but I feel fine.
She passed the
Good
test?
even.
You said the song was too loud. It was hurting you.
It was chaos. The rhythm I followed here, but magnified, overwhelming. But it is gone.
Should I be worried?
You almost killed me. What happens the next time you lash out?
I am in control. I would never harm you, Inquisitor.
Concentrate, Volta. We're still in danger.
The stone is silent. The rhythm has faded, and so have the tremors. But the song still echoes. It tells me things. The breach, that's what disturbed the Titan. It is calm now that it has a connection with one of its children. With me.
What did we fight, actually, then?
Was that the Titan? Did we kill it?
The Titan lives. This was an echo. A guardian. But you silenced it.
Is this what happened at the Tig, where you found Paragon Gural's book?
Aye, but I do not know what disturbed the Titan then. The song may tell me. In time.
You said you were a child of the stone, not a child of the Titans.
I am not certain what I am. But the Titan recognized me. Like a parent hearing its child's voice.
The Titan changed you, Volta. You need to be cautious.
I am different, but I am still a shaper. Isana. It's our word for lyrium. And we are taught that it is a gift from the stone. But there's so much more to it than we ever imagined. I was sent to the deep roads to recover lost history. This is only the beginning. I am staying here.
The Shabratol killed Lieutenant Wren, and they're still down here. Aren't you afraid?
No. I am pure. I can defend myself.
The Titan is only the beginning. What else could there be?
The deep roads are filled with wonders. Answers to questions we haven't thought to ask.
How will you survive? Do you want us to send you sandwiches?
If you stay here, where will you live? What will you eat?
I have my stone sense, and now so much more. I'll be safe.
You think you understand what's happened to you, but you could be wrong. The lyrium could be turning you into a Shabratal. Or worse.
The Shabratal turned themselves into monsters. I have changed because the Titan willed it. The mine's collapse, Ren's death. It all happened to bring me here.
After all we have seen, you wish to be alone to commune with this creature?
I am called to the Search Inquisitor. This is where I belong.
I'm leaving with more questions than answers, but that doesn't mean you have to. Just be careful. The Shaperate in Orzammar will want to know what happened to you.
Tell them the truth. You don't know.
Let's go.
I wonder if this is just going to be another Dragon Age mystery that never really gets a resolution. There are a few of these. Mostly in the DLC, actually. That's Scout Harding.
She always comes back. Pay up, Soroka.
All right. Only 3.81% of people who have Dragon Age Inquisition finish this DLC. Still another 8 minutes on you, Cullen. All right, cutting 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the future. All right, actually, it turns out there's another expedition out here, so we are going to... Oh, it can be done right away, all right. Inquisition scouts supporting Legion of Dead forces at the ruins of Hydron Tig report no contact with or sightings of Shaper Volta. However, a strange cry recently emanated from the Titan caverns, loud enough to be heard at the mining lift's campsite above. The cry's source remains unclear, but the voice was described as not belonging to either beast or darkspawn. Shaper Volta may be attempting to re-establish contact with her people and may require assistance. Let's see. Ask the king to send forces from the Legion of Dead. Small reconnaissance team. A search of the Titan caverns all the way to Shaper Volta's last known location turned up nothing but a few small groups of Shabatral, who were quickly dispatched. Volta seems to have disappeared deeper inside the Titan, but she was not the only one who has vanished. The grave site of Lieutenant Ren was recently disturbed, and his remains are missing. It is not unknown who took his body or why. There have been no more cries from the Titan caverns. Inquisition scouts reported one final discovery. The tunnel to the wellspring no longer exists. Attempts to delve into the blank rock face result only in broken tools and little trace on the stone itself. Somewhat nervously, but empathetically, the engineers recommend leaving it be. So, Shaper Volta has disappeared to parts unknown. Lieutenant Ren may or may not be alive. Okay, 1 minute remaining. Alright, Cullen's done. The Inquisition's patrols have returned after meeting the enemy. There were losses on both sides, but ultimately the Shabatral presence in the area has been reduced. Furthermore, some artifacts were recovered. Okay, that's another repeatable operation. We are done here. I mean, we could collect mugs and we could get more gears. There's a couple more items, but we're going to be... We'll consider ourselves done with the deepest roads, and deeper roads, and deep roads. For now, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.